Hey, what's going on guys? Fitz here and welcome to another Torchlight 3 video. Today I'll be giving some tips that I think that every player should know. Some of these are really simple things that a new player may not notice. So I made the list based from my experience of playing the game. I did not play the early access version, so this list is for the full game release. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. You can buy potions in bulk. Mouse over the potion you like to buy and press B. It will fill up all your potion slots. You can teleport to your friend's location just like in Diablo. Press your teleport key and select the small icon called Warp to Player Name to teleport to your friend. You can also teleport directly to their fort by clicking Warp to Player Fort. You unlock a fort early in the game where you can build structures, put decorations, enchant items, respec skills, and many more. If you're not into it, you don't have to. Just place the useful structures anywhere in your fort and continue your adventures. You can salvage items on the enchanter's altar to get essence. Essence are used for enchanting items. You get the enchanter's altar after you complete Act 3. You can also salvage recipes. Mouse over the items you want to salvage and hold right click. The higher the item quality, the longer you need to hold right click. Bonuses from shrines are not active if you remove the particular building. This includes gear luck bonus from the ancient luck tree, gold luck bonus from the functional Fortunato, fire defense bonus from the Peking World Nasher, and poison defense bonus from the Hivid's Bane growth. Make sure to build those structures as soon as you can and keep them in your fort, even after you have fully upgraded them. There is a shared stash in this game just like in many ARPGs. All of your characters on the same mode can access the stash and the items stored. The fort is shared too, so whatever you have built or upgraded can be used by your other characters. The game will ask you to choose a relic upon character creation, and you cannot change it later. You have to create a new character if you want a different relic. Relics are additional skill trees, so plan accordingly. You can read the skills description during character creation. Single player mode is offline. Your characters are saved on your local device, whether you're playing on PC or console. And you cannot use your single player character for multiplayer. Always play multiplayer even if you are playing solo, unless your internet connection is no good. When playing in multiplayer, you can see other players in towns and forts, even if they're not in your party. This gives a bit of an MMO feeling, but it's not crowded, so it's still good. Plus, it makes the town feel lively. New ARPGs have this now, including the upcoming game Diablo 4. You can equip items that are 3 levels higher than your character level. Good for your alternate toons. You can keep items that you want your other toons to use in your stash. You can sacrifice items to other players' luck tree for a temporary gear luck bonus. Additional 16% for 300 seconds if you sacrifice a rare or blue item. This is effective on boss runs since you'll be fighting the boss right away. If you play with another player, you get an additional plus 15% gear luck, indicated by the 4-leaf clover status icon above your skill bar. This is in effect as long as both players are in the same area. There is a gold limit of 20,000. Do gambling, enchanting, or build structures in your fort if you're nearing 20,000 gold. You cannot pick up any more gold if you have 20,000 in your inventory. You can get legendary items from gambling, defeating normal enemies, or even crates or chests. Yes, I got legendary items from them, so make sure to click on that chest. You can refund 1 skill point at a time using a consumable called RESPEC. You can get them as rewards from contracts or by defeating bosses. By level 15, you can equip your pets with 4 pet skills. You can equip them with 3 active skills and only 1 aura skill. You unlock pet skills by freeing captive pets after defeating bosses. Pet aura stacks when playing with other players. You can also equip items to your pet. They have a slot for collar and 2 slots for pet tags. You can store items in your pet's inventory by pressing X when you have your mouse over an item in your inventory. You can then send your pet to town to sell while you continue on your journey. This is very useful when in FAZEER'S dungeon where you can't teleport to town. If you're playing with another player and in need of more potion while in FAZEER'S dungeon, you can leave the game and just rejoin. You can now buy the potions since you'll be in town, then just teleport to the other player who is still in the dungeon. If you exit through the entrance portal, you cannot re-enter the dungeon. You can swap contracts anytime. Adventurer's contract rewards you with items mostly for your characters, like receptacles and gear bundles. Craftsman contract rewards you with essence bundle and refined resources bundle. And the homesteader's contract reward you with items mostly for fort building. You can play the game on the highest difficulty. It's called ridiculous from the start. Your shield icon, which is visible to other players, will display the lowest difficulty you play the character on. Start on ridiculous if it's important to you, and don't lower the difficulty. You may struggle on this difficulty at the beginning, but when you start getting good gear, things will become easy. You can get additional stash tabs and character slots as rewards from contracts. You can view the possible rewards on the contracts tab. Default key is C. Your item's stats will be lowered temporarily when you are in a low level zone. You can see it on the upper right of the item description. You can equip additional legendary powers, even pet legendary powers, on your Legendarium. It functions like the Kanai cube in Diablo 3. This makes your character significantly more powerful. The current max level in the game is 60, but you get 70 skill points. There are legendary items that will grant 1 bonus point to an entire skill tree. Plan accordingly or just use your receptacles. The endgame in Torchlight 3 is called FAZEER'S Dungeon. You unlock this after you finish the story. It's similar to rifts in Diablo 3. You're given challenge levels with a fixed condition every 4 levels. Then you have to choose from a selection of 3 cards. These cards will have negative and positive modifiers in addition to the fixed condition. These can range from enemies having higher HP, but you have bonus to gear luck, or enemies will hit harder, but your relic gauge will charge faster. Once you hit max level and have completed some FAZEER'S dungeon challenges, your shield icon, which is visible to other players, will no longer display your character level. Instead, it will display the highest FAZEER dungeon level you have completed. And that concludes my tips video for Torchlight 3. Do you have any tips that you want to share? Sound off on the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and maybe we helped you out, clicking the like button does help us. We do appreciate it and maybe consider subscribing. Thank you for watching and we'll see you next time.